this review of my Affinity Progress Part 2 Designer, my new course for the second of the Affinity programs. If you've already been through my Part 1 Publisher course, then you'll be familiar with the layout and style of these training videos, but if not, you'll find these super easy to follow. Short bite-sized videos that take you through the steps you need to know in order to use Designer to create graphics and illustrations for your low content books and printables. I don't bog you down with stuff you really don't need to know and take you straight to the mechanics of actually using the program to get going on your product ideas. Here is a quick run through of what to expect in the modules, and remember this is for beginners as well as intermediate users, so if you are ahead of some of the basics you can easily skip through to later modules. However, the videos are short enough that you can get through them pretty quickly. In Module 1, we'll cover the basics of the program and get you familiar with the layout and where to find things. So we'll go through a brief introduction of the whole program, the different types of personas, basic tour of Designer itself and setting up the workspace, customizing your toolbars, using the tools and the context toolbars that come with them, opening and saving files, exporting files, saving templates, and the various shortcuts. And I give you a tip sheet for those shortcuts because there's a lot of them and it's really worth learning how to use them to speed up your work. Module 2 covers the general working efficiency, what is useful and what will help speed up your production. So we'll look at things like presets for pages, different artboards and how to use them, guidelines, dynamic guides and grids, all of which will help you speed up your work and lay things out on the page better. Snapping management, a different kind of view, a line and distribution of shapes, manipulating shapes and grouping. All of these things, if you learn the techniques, and they're not difficult to learn, will help speed things up enormously for you. A large part of graphic design is manipulating text. So I've devoted a whole module to using text in various ways. So we're going to cover things like the tools, various text tools, how to use text with curves, formatting, text styles, how to create a project using text on a path, and how to change straight lines into wavy lines despite it saying a straight line path. In Module 4 we're going to go through all the rest of the tools that Designer gives you. You've got a pen tool, a pencil tool, shapes tool, brush tool, gradient and transparency tools, place and crop tool, breaking and joining paths tools, creating pattern colour swatches, document colour swatches, and the extraordinary power of Ctrl+J. When I was using Photoshop, I always struggled with the concept of clipping layers and masks. And although I'm pretty familiar with them now, I know they're not an easy concept to wrap your head around, especially if you've never used them before. I promise you'll get really comfortable with them in this course. You can watch the videos as many times as you need to understand them, along with adding adjustments and special effects to help your covers and graphics really pop. So we'll cover exactly what a clipping layer and a clipping image is, a mask layer, how to use adjustments and effects, and how to use the selection brush to really good effect. And that's actually a tool from Photo which is embedded within Designer. And in the final module I cover several projects to get your imagination working over time and show you different methods to produce illustrations and drawings without having to be a skilled or practiced artist. I'm certainly no artist and I can use these programs, these tools and skills pretty well now to create various graphics for my books. So you've got a pencil and a sculpt tool and I show you how to use it to best effect. Pattern fills in text, how to draw a very simple tree, how to trace an image, using symbols to create stickers and tags, how to draw a particular image using a shape technique, how to create templates for something like washi tapes, and I got 3 separate videos for that, which takes you through the whole process from start to finish. And I've added a couple of extra projects in to give you an idea of what else you can create, such as this hexagon fill background and a mandala drawing, and how to actually create that. You'll get cheat sheets with reminders on how some of the basic processes work, shortcut cheat sheets, support files, and copies of all the files I use in the course, so you can go back over how processes were done as well as edit to suit your own ideas. I'll be adding several other bonuses and ideas as they are finished, but I wanted to get the course out to you as soon as I could before the holidays, so that you could get to grips with this in time for Christmas and the various printables that you might want to use. And for a short time, I'm offering the buyers of my Affinity Progress Part 2, who buy directly through me, a $30 discount off my first course, my Affinity Progress Part 1, Affinity Publisher. The two together will cover just about anything you will need to do for your illustrations, interiors, covers, and graphics for your printables and low content books. Choose from the links below for the special discounted price. Somewhere below this video there will be a link for each option. But basically, for less than the cost of a reasonable dinner, the whole thing is going to expand your skill set no end and allow you to create so much more that is unique to you. You don't have to spend money on PLR stuff. You don't have to wait for other people to create things for you. Well worth looking at. I've been Jayne Willingale of Silver Zone Printables. Until the next time, stay safe.